Alright. Back and buys. Lat focus. Hang on. Okay, lat focus. A bit of bicep work. Ab work as well. Maybe a bit of cardio. Just depends how busy it is. You know, Christmas coming up. So the gym's either going to be packed, which it usually is around this time. It's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So I don't know how many good angles there will be trying to get myself working out. So we'll try our best. Usually you only go 2 to 3 sets, especially with back. It'd mainly be 2 sets. I think before like I say, oh, alright, that's enough. That's enough of that. Especially with T-bar rows, I feel like I would get the most out of that within 2 sets than if I was trying to push for another set that's half-assed. So rather just do 2 sets, you know, close or to failure. I think it's just a fair amount of what's the word? Be a fair amount of work. No, it's amount of effort for in those 2 sets, going to, you know, failure, close to it, then trying to stretch it over 3 sets. Then I'm just wasting energy. So we got pull-ups at the start, and going into a row, pull down, we'll like pull down with the wide grip, and did I say T-bar rows? Do a T-bar row as well, close grip, emphasize the lats, hit a rear delt, and then finish off with some bicep. What was I talking about? Optimal training. I feel like the only way anything's ever going to be optimal is if you push yourself and you have, you know, good form. It's the only way you're going to grow. Obviously on top of diet and you know, sleep and rest. But if you want to grow in the gym, then you got to hit sets hard and not worry about if it's the most optimal. Because I feel like if you're worried about what can be the most optimal exercise for that certain muscle or muscle group, you know, you're going to be constantly changing, because science, you know, science-based lifting, it's always changing. I wouldn't say changing all the time. There's just always pros and cons to each exercise you choose for the muscle group. Yeah. But I do believe there's no real bad exercise. There's poorly executed exercises, or just exercises that are just not as good for the muscle group that you want to hit, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're here. We'll See how busy it is. Hopefully I can set up a tripod. Mine is currently just buggered. It's a broken cheap Kmart one, so hopefully someone's using the one in the gym. This is the one that's shit, don't get it. Yeah, hopefully no one using the one in the gym. And yeah, alright, let's get it. Yeah. There you go. Stop recording. Thank you. Alright. Alright. So that last, me doing the pull up, didn't even fucking record my audio. It was fantastic. So I'm talking to myself. For no reason. Alright. We're just getting warmed up here. Slowly keep adding plates on. So we go find them all. Roads, man. Yeah, with these roads, I see too many people, you know, they will grab the weight. I'm just doing single arm. Put down. They'll grab the weight, and then they'll go like that. Listen to their chest up, what's it? Chest support? That is a chest supported road. You know, doing that, you're just using momentum. Yeah. Yeah. Move the weight. You're not really isolating the lat. If you're moving your whole body, you can move the weight. So chest planted onto the bench. Like the notes to get. Not dogging on anyone, just drop the weight a bit. Know what I mean? You might actually see some, you know, increasing growth. And then that'll go out. Alright, bear with me while I find a bunch of 20 kilo tape. Apparently, I don't know, it's something in the rack. They said I'm done. The rack at 20 seconds. Not far away from most of them. No, I have to really weave through everything to try and get to it. If you know what I'm saying. That may be a moment. I'd aim for 8 to 10 reps.
It's like another surrender. Keeping up and normalizing out of the question. I'm asleep. It's like it's never a question. And I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I feel like I'm wasting my life. 'Cause I can never surrender. I é no vapor, vai que é no vapor. Ela cheia de calor e eu desço com fervor. Vai que é no vapor, vai que é no vapor. Ela cheia de calor e eu desço com fervor. Vai que é no vapor, vai que é no vapor. Ela cheia de calor e eu desço com fervor. Bola gira aqui que vai, no grave ela nunca cai. Senta forte, joga atrás e no ritmo ela traz. Eu vou junto sem parar, no suor desse calor. Ela manda, ela chama e eu só sinto o sabor.
DJ LK3, o moleque é muito foda.
É o Rick 03 e sucesso com a mulherada.
Toma cavucada, cavucada nessas putinhas safadas. Toma cavucada nessas putinhas safadas. Essas putinhas
Alright, that was a successful back day or pull day. Oh, rooted. Hopefully your audio is alright. I'm definitely going to need a proper, because yeah, looking back at those clips, yeah, just you can tell it's just not coping well with all the background noise, so I'm probably cutting in and out a fair whack, which is not ideal. Either way, good back day. Definitely pushed it today. I think by the end of it, I could not. Didn't want to talk that much. I was, as you can tell, puffed. So, kind of rushed it at the end there a little bit. But no, it was good. It wasn't actually that bad, you know, walking around. Walking around with a camera, you know, recording, talking to my phone, to myself. I thought it'd be a lot more nerve-wracking. But no, it wasn't too bad. You know, people don't care. No one was like, oh, what was this the end? No one was like that, which is, no, not that I really expected people to do that, like, because, you know, what the fuck? People do that. But, you know, it's always back in mind. Yeah, definitely ran out of energy pretty quick though. Pre-workout. Barrel decides to make my water taste funny. You know, I think I've got a decent pump. Didn't really get a good pump check. Yeah, got a bit of lap spreading on there. Yeah, tomorrow's legs. Do some bit more arm work then as well. back days and push days or chest days. Like I only hit my arms for one exercise, and then I'll just do a bit of work. During my leg days. Obviously not go crazy with it. I'll just do it after I finish doing my legs, and then yeah, it's just it could be just something light. I'm not gonna go do like 4 sets, 4 exercises for arms. Not that you really need to do that anyway. But I do like to incorporate it into my leg days to hit my arms a bit more, get a bit more volume going through them. But yeah, that was good. The day wasn't too busy either. I would have felt a bit awkward, doing recording, talking, like 30 other people roaming around in the background and that. Yeah. That was good. Go home and hop in the shower. Have a bit of a post-workout feed. I'm craving a kebab right about now. But I'm going to stick to the cut. Right now I think I weighed myself, I was weighing at 108, which is 2 kilos up from when I was at my lowest. That was a couple of weeks ago. It was fine, so probably just need a bit of water weight. We'll weigh ourselves tomorrow morning. A bit of accurate weigh-in. Our goal weight is 90 to 95, which is definitely doable. It's not like 10 more kilos. Give it. Realistically, if I stick to my diet, like slip. 3 months, I reckon. If I'm losing half a kilo a week, I think 3 months is so what, 2 kilos? Maybe a bit longer than 3 months. It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. Less than 6 months, I should be down to my goal weight, and then we'll go back up to maintenance. So I'm eating around 2200 calories. That's what I aim for. 200 grams of protein. Not really fussed with carbs at the moment. I don't really need them for just before I work out. I'm trying to get in at least 70 to 100 grams of protein, carbs, just for a bit of energy, and then I'll just sprinkle carbs with other meals and that, but I won't really focus too much on them, and I'm speeding. But what was I saying? Yeah, not too fussed about carbs at the moment. It's mainly protein. Should really worry about in a deficit. But yeah, once we're down at goal weight, go back up maintenance. Just slowly add calories back in to our maintenance, and then probably sit around that weight and body fat for give it 2 months or a month, reckon, before I start bulking again. Obviously I'm not gonna go as hard as I did my last bulk. You know, I went from, what was I, 98 kilos I think, and I was pretty scrawny, like I didn't have much muscle on me, and yeah, I went all the way up to 128. But that was like a year. Like I didn't do that just in like a couple months. No, it was over a year, but you know, I did take it a bit too far. Just in a surplus. Now I'm paying for it, which is right. You know, there's nothing wrong with a bit of body fat. So like I think I'm never going to get down to, you know, a low body fat percentage. You know, I know what I'm capable of. So yeah, 3 to 4 months I reckon we'll be pretty much there. And, low body fat. But yeah, I reckon that would do me.